I like what you were talking about with college football, where it's like this team beat this team, so they should be in. Oregon beat Ohio State. We don't need to even talk about that. They should be in. So this is going to be something that I keep track of the entire season because last year we predicted who would make the NBA Finals in a different way. It was a coach battle royale, and we were very accurate. This year, for the NBA season, I'm doing, if you want to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And ipso facto, if a team beats the Bucks, they must be the best team in the NBA. But it goes further down from there. So, Jake,
have you actually been tracking this?
Yeah. First Bucks loss of the season was to the Heat on October 21st. The Heat lost their very next game to the Pacers. The Pacers, at which case, became the NBA champions on October 23rd. After that, the Bucks stormed back, took the title back. The Bucks beat the Pacers on the 25th. They immediately lost to the Timberwolves. Congratulations, Timberwolves, who became the NBA champions. After that, the Nuggets beat the Timberwolves the immediate game after that. The immediate game after that, the Grizzlies won. And the Grizzlies became the very first team since the Bucks in their very first game to win a game as the NBA champion. They beat the Nuggets again. But then, Jake, the Wizards beat the Grizzlies on the 5th. And currently that means the Washington Wizards, Jake, are the NBA champions right now. What do you think? Do you like my process?
Eventually it's going to be right? Is that am I thinking about this? Like eventually one team will not be winning anymore. No, it could be you could get lucky if the team who somehow is like your current champ in this process makes it into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then eventually you'll be right.
Correct.
If they miss the playoffs,
yes,
then there's a false king on the throne.
Absolutely,
it's a coup.
Controversy.
Yeah. Or we've really stumbled onto something, and the Wizards aren't going to lose another game all year.
That's what I'm trying to say, Jake. This could be groundbreaking. We don't know. They're the current NBA champions. Anything is possible. No Westbrook, no problem.
This is actually great because it's going to create such drama in the last week of the season. We're going to be rooting. Yeah. We're going to be rooting so hard of like, oh my God, Pelicans don't beat the Jazz. We're going to be like, let the good teams keep winning because they're going to like lose a fluke game to the Pistons, and the Pistons are going to be the Kings in the North.
There's multiple ways we could do this because I'm also keeping track how many games they win as the champion. So King of the Hill style, or whatever you want to say, the most time they have on top of the mountain, Jake, that could be counted as a point.
That's good.
And each win is also a point. So currently the Bucks have 2 points because they won their first game, then they lost to the Heat, but they got the championship back against the Pacers. So they have 2 points. The Grizzlies also have 2 points. So we could, right now, if everything holds true, we could be seeing a Bucks versus Grizzlies NBA championship. Thoughts?
Grit and grind, baby. Grit and grind. That's want to know what I think of the Grizzlies? I can't. I'm still waiting for Zach Randolph to come back.
Same. Do you remember the Grizzlies head coach name for the Battle Royale? Because I have no idea. We both looked at the guy and we're like, that's not the head coach. There's no way.
That's true. I still don't remember. Didn't even remember the Grizzlies made the playoffs, to be honest. So
weird.
That's weird. Oh, man, the NBA. I like that strategy. I think you just missed Ted Lasso because that's very like soccer scorekeeping.
I just think the NBA is unpredictable and nobody's really nailed it down. So I'm just trying a different process. And if it works, I'm going to have to do it for the rest of my life. And I'm going to put a very large bet on next year.
It might work. That's so funny.
It's going to work. Of course
we're going to have to get an intern for the show just to keep track of who's winning and how many points they have.
Yeah. 82 games is a long time. We are an eighth of the way done, and I am exhausted keeping up. I only have 8 entries. It's too much.
Oh, that is weird. You know what they should do? Is break the season into eighths, and you like earn a spot. Like the best team at the end of every eighth earns a playoff spot. So you don't have to be good the whole time. You've just got to be really good for a certain stretch. Then you get a chance.
That's go all out, trade, do a massive trade for one segment, lock in your playoff spot, then you can trade away people. Yeah,
Rest everyone. You win the first segment and no one plays a game the rest of the year. You are fresh for playoffs.
If you want to know how to make the NBA better, there you go. I'm sure there will be massive fan bases tuning out for 7/8 of the season, but
only some of them. Only the good ones.
Yeah, only like 2.
Yeah, only the most diehard fan bases. It'll probably be like the Lakers and the Nets. They've got their tickets already, and their fans just come back later.
Well, okay, so we are an eighth of the way through right now, Jake.
Yeah.
So the teams who would have already locked up their first spot and could rest the rest of the way, it would be the Philadelphia 76ers and the Golden State Warriors. Congratulations.
You're telling me that doesn't make sense? That makes sense.
It makes sense to me. I'll put it on the spreadsheet. That'll be another thing I keep track of. So we got 76ers. So their record right now, this is so stupid. It is 8-2. Congratulations, you have made the playoffs. And then we have the Warriors, and they are currently at 7-1. Congratulations to you. Steph Curry, I'll see you in June. Have fun. Go film season 4 of Holy Moly or whatever you're doing now.
If they win, but seeding is determined by like overall record. So it gives some incentive.
By the NBA championship spreadsheet, which the Wizards are currently
That's right. That's right. They all, a rectangle's a square is not a rectangle. Yeah, I got you. That is the dumbest thing we've ever come up with on the show. Let's add one more thing to the spreadsheet. I haven't thought of what it is yet. I want let's do the team with the highest free throw percentage.
Let's see if I can find that right now. I would guess it's probably the Warriors, but get this stupid thing. Who cares about college football?
No. Better.
Okay.
It's like a card game. If you're not going to win games, I want you to lose all of them. We need a statistic where it's like, if you're not going to win, you tank, and then the worst team makes it in. So it's like if you have 2 losses, you're out. But if you have 1 loss, you're in.
I'm not following. I'm so lost. What's that mean?
Listen. It's the end of the year, right? It's the end of the year. The Pistons and the Timberwolves are the 2 worst teams in the NBA. Okay. One's got 40 wins, one's got 41. The team with 40 wins makes it into the playoffs. The team with 41 wins is just the worst team in the NBA. I want to give it stakes of like, oh my God, we need to lose 1 more game. Like I want teams like throwing shit, or maybe they're like, we don't want to barely make the playoffs. We want the worst overall pick. So they're like feverishly trying to win the last game so they don't have to just get trucked in the playoffs.
I like it. However, it sounds like it's not something we can track the entire time.
Okay,
I need something that I can track and add the entire time, because this is riveting. This is something that everyone will be looking forward to updates every week for.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine in 2 weeks' time who could be the NBA champion? It could be anybody. And that's what the NBA, we're making the NBA exciting to watch. I can't wait to watch Washington's next game. It's going to be great.
That's true. Let me think about it. I feel like we should do almost something for MVP that's similar.
Yeah. Ooh. Most turnovers is the MVP or something? Do something stupid.
Points per game.
That makes too much sense. I want something obscure. Not turnovers, not points per game.
No. Go nuts, Zach. Go nuts. Points per game, but it's daily. Whoever has the most points per game that day is the new MVP.
Oh, I like it. Okay. I like it. So that's going to be a little tougher to track, but we are going to be doing it.
Zach, no, it's not, because just on the last day of the season, just see who has the most points that day, and he's your MVP.
No. It's the journey that matters, because I could just – oh, no. How's that going to have to work? It has to be a head-to-head.
A head-to-head, okay.
So whoever scores the most points in the game
that guy's playing,
the current MVP is in.
On either team.
Yeah. Who won MVP last year? I don't even know. Good times.
Jesus Christ. Was it Jokic?
Jokic. Okay, so the first Nuggets game, I'm just going to look to see who won, who was
This
MVP
is the
after
kind
the
of
first
content
game.
that people turn into, right?
We're an
This
NBA
is what
show,
the
Jake.
people want.
NBA is a log. See, this is the kind of stuff the MLB needs to figure out. Like, I just made it more exciting. Okay, so see, this is great. So then after the first game, MVP Nikola Jokic, he was the leading scorer of that first game. He proved his worth.
Nice.
Congratulations, NBA. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but the next game, Jake, what are we going to do if someone's out a game? Does he just forfeit his MVP and he gives it to whoever the high scorer is?
Or is it a bye? We'll have to figure it out because, like, we don't want to award. We don't want to reward injury.
Wow, Jake! Wow, Jokic, highest scorer in the second game as well, 32 points. What a day!
He's going to be the MVP all the way through. That would be pretty interesting.
See, it's trust the process here, Jake.
I think if someone's out, I think we should just keep doing it. Like, it should just he gives it up. You want to be MVP, play the games.
I agree. The best ability is availability. Jake, the third game, Kevin Love gave Jokic a run for his money, scored 22 points, but Jokic topped him 24. Jokic holds on to the MVP for a third straight game. This is unprecedented in the MVP race. This is insane.
How many games have we played? How many games have we played so far?
That was his third win. Fourth game, I see he played the Utah Jazz, scored 24 points.
Oh.
Let's find out if
Rudy Gobert.
I just said Jokic scored 24. Guess how many Rudy Gobert scored?
25.
23. Suck it.
How about Mitchell?
Jokic took what? Less than that. I'm not going to dive into it, Jake. This is a long process. Next game, I'm already looking at the game log. The Nuggets blew out the Mavericks, and it's not looking good. Jokic scored 11 points. Leading scorer in the game. I will say this is good news for Jokic, though. Stayed on his own team. Will Barton, 17. Congratulations, Will Barton, MVP.
That's true. It rewards teamwork, too, because Barton kept it for Jokic. That's nice.
And the game after, they played the Timberwolves. Jokic, 26, took the MVP back.
Thanks for holding that for me.
Yeah, see, isn't this fun? The game after that, Grizzlies. Lost to the Grizzlies. We talked about that earlier. Jokic scored 23 points. Ja Morant, 26. Ja Morant, current MVP. However, like I said, Grizzlies won back-to-back games, so guess who the Grizzlies had to face? The old nemesis, Nikola Jokic, former MVP, won MVP 5 times already this year. And guess who was the leading scorer? You bet your sweet cheeks, Jake. It was Nikola Jokic, 34 points. He took it back.
He's never going to give it up. We've developed too good of a system.
And then the final game on the schedule that he has played was against the Houston Rockets. He scored 28. Next closest was Daniel Tays at 18. So Nikola Jokic, give it up, is the true MVP. Congratulations.
What I haven't realized, this is actually going to be so interesting because I forgot that in the NBA they play like the same opponent usually a couple times in a row. So you have to like shake it from Jokic's cold, dead hands.
Hey, we're talking about the most valuable player.
Or just get him in the last game of the series. You got to time it right.
True. That is exactly right. This is a strategic award. Do whatever you got to do. See, doesn't this make the NBA a little bit more interesting?
I was just about to say that made me care more about the NBA than anything that's actually happened on the court this year.
It might not be exciting, but you can bet this segment every week will be at least a little bit interesting.